Hello everyone, this is the Mudkip Armada. Today I'm reviewing Frozen Synapse. So, Frozen Synapse essentially is a turn-based tactical shooter which allows you to take the role of multiple soldiers who have to take down multiple threats. There are online modes, offline modes, and well, it's all randomized. The game itself is pretty fun. I've played it for about 70 minutes and I'm not going to instantaneously say, "Oh God, it's a great game," because it's not. It's not spectacular, but it's not the worst. There are many bugs with the game, as you can expect, but not too many that are going to be noticed. It is also available on iOS, including iPad, iPhone, and iPod Touch. For now, I'll just be showing some gameplay. After this turn, I'll explain more about what I just did. As you can see, it's not really turn-based as in you go and then the enemy goes and then you go and then the enemy goes. It pretty much is you both go at once and then after you end your turn or prime your turn, then it all plays out, which is really cool because in the end you can watch a replay of it and it's completely simulated. It's really cool. Now, the game itself includes a few modes and it has a DLC known as the Red DLC, which is $10. But I honestly would say it should be either $2, $2.50, because it's not really noticeable unless you want to make it noticeable. And I don't really know how to say that any other way. But I'm not really paying much attention right now because I'm just doing a normal review on this. I'm not really caring about the game as of now. I'm just trying to get this over with. So I'm just going to prime this turn, and my rocket launcher man will die. But that doesn't matter. I still have an assault rifle guy, and he might not be able to take down 3 units, but who knows? It's better than having no one. Another thing you might have noticed, you can play out the turn before actually priming it, which is really cool. There's only a few negatives though. You cannot see where the enemy goes during these turns, so even if your soldier may kill 2 people, as you just saw here, killed both rocket units, still might not happen. But I'm just going to prime right now to show you that the enemies will move, even if you didn't see them move during the preview. As you can see, there's many things you can do with the soldier. If you zoom in on him, I'll give you a better view. This is to choose where he attacks. He can choose which direction he wants to attack in. Simply hitting backspace will stop that. This will just freeze him in place, which means he's not going to move anywhere, but you can always change that by putting waypoints down, etc. Right-clicking on him will give you a slew of actions that you can do. If you want to, you can right-click on an enemy if this guy's already selected. And you can choose if he wants to focus on him, which means only shoot him if there's 2 enemies, ignore him, which means not stop to shoot him, or the clear the focus or ignore, which means to just X out both of those. Now, a lot of times he won't really do what you want him to do sometimes, which can get pretty annoying and pretty buggy. But overall, it's forgivable since the game is dang fun to play. There are online modes in this game, which will also play out the same way you'd want them to play in an offline mode. As you can see, my soldier's attempting to shoot many enemies at a time, but if I were to rewind it and make him ignore one of these enemies, he would not stop to shoot them, which is what I'm going to do. Select the enemy, or select your ally, I mean, my bad. Right click the enemy and ignore him. Once he gets here, I can make him not ignore the enemy once he gets down there by clearing the focus or ignoring. Now when he comes down here, he'll shoot the enemy once and get shot. Now we don't want that to happen. So another thing we can do is make him ignore this enemy. And once he gets down to here, I'll clear the focus and ignore. Yet again, you can see that he's attacking this one too, since they're all in his field of view. If you right click this enemy, clear focus and ignore, or my bad, going to want to ignore him as well, and then come down here and clear the focus. Then when we play out the scene, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna have to backspace a bit. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I'll just restart it. Whatever. So I'm going to make him ignore this one, that one, and this one. And once he moves down here, he'll duck and then clear the focus and ignore for everyone. Make him fire this way and engage on sight. Now he'll just run and then crouch. When he's crouched, he cannot be shot, which is kind of good. Once you're done with the turn, you can just prime it, as always. And watch him come down here, crouch. And as you can see, the rocket unit eliminated his own unit, so now it's just my dude versus two rocket units, which is very, 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 very easy, because they can only shoot rockets, they cannot shoot directly, they cannot automatically shoot. When you have a rocket unit, you have to choose where the rocket goes, which is a positive and a negative at the same time. So we're just going to move him up here. Cancel his aim, because when you cancel his aim, he'll actually start running now. Gonna prime it just in case. Now, I hope I'm not attacked by the bottom rocket unit, but even if I were, then I wouldn't die. So, since I made him stand up immediately, he'll still stay behind the wall, which means he can just continuously run without a care in the world. On this turn, turn 7, he's just gonna try to shoot him. Another thing I should note out, on certain skirmishes and campaign missions, there's a limited amount of turns for you to do something, and if you don't execute the mission and kill everyone, or save the hostages, or hack a computer in that amount of turns, the game will be over. As you can see, I've eliminated a rocket unit, but I'm also getting chased by some rockets, which is kind of a negative. I'm just going to prime it one last time. I might die here, and I really hope I don't. As you can see, you have to take a lot of risks in this game. Although you can play it in a very tactical manner, and it does make for some very entertaining. Now, as you can see, if I play out the mission, he's shot, and I won. Didn't think I'd win. I got a score of 11, which is bad, but this is what I mean by you can watch the whole mission. Now, this outcome... Okay, never mind, it went away. So let's watch that. Let's watch turn 1 again. So as you can see, they're just firing. My man on the bottom gets hit. Kind of looks like my #1 machine gunner is gonna die here since he's surrounded. But no, that does not happen. He's a true war veteran. Not even a Purple Heart. This guy should get executed when if he were to head back home. Shoots a wall, betrays his teammate. I didn't expect to kill the 3rd rocket launcher. This is where it gets kind of hectic because I die almost here, but my last bullet pierces his head. And well, that's the game. This has been Frozen Synapse. I definitely recommend it, and it costs $25 on Steam. Or 25 or 29. It constantly changes. This sales all the time. I'd recommend it though. Thanks for watching. This has been the Mudkip Armada.